At 3:17 on a Tuesday morning, the desk phone at the Marlowe Motel rang once. I almost let it ring out. The motel stood beside an empty highway, 2 hours from the nearest city. In November, moths outnumbered guests at the reception light. I was covering the night shift. There were 3 cars in the lot: a truck driver in room 2, an older couple in room 11, and a salesman who had left before midnight. The little switchboard beside the phone showed that the call came from room 8. There was one problem. There was no room 8. The ground floor rooms ran from 1 to 7. The next row started at 9. I had assumed the old owner was superstitious. When I answered, a woman was breathing very quietly. Then she said, "I left the light on. Can you see it from the road?" I asked who she was. The line died. I checked the register and the spare keyboard. Nothing. Then I walked outside with a flashlight. Rain had just begun to tap against the asphalt. Behind room 7, there was only a narrow brick wall and a service yard full of broken patio chairs. No door, no window, no room 8. The next morning, I told Mr. Bell, the owner. He did not laugh. He pulled the switchboard from the wall and said the extension marked 8 had been disconnected before he bought the place. After he left, I found an old maintenance ledger in the bottom drawer. Besides several dates from 1997, someone had written the same note. 3:17. Call from 8. Do not answer twice. I should have quit then. Instead, I told myself it was a joke from a bored night clerk. I needed the money, and nothing happened for 2 nights. Then, a storm came in from the west. The power failed just after 3 in the morning. Emergency lights turned the lobby red. Outside, rain erased the highway and made the parking lot shine with black glass. At exactly 3:17, the dead extension lit up green. The phone rang. Watched it ring. Once. 3 times. 4th ring, the security monitor flickered. The camera facing the service yard had changed. Where the brick wall should have been, there was a white motel door with a black number 8 above it. Yellow light shone beneath the door. I picked up the phone. The woman whispered, "Please do not let him in." 3 slow knocks came from the locked front door of the office. "He knows you answered," she said. Through the glass, I saw a man beneath the awning. Rain ran from the hood of his dark jacket. His face was hidden. He was not looking at me. He was looking past me, toward the old switchboard. The monitor buzzed. On its screen, the door to room 8 opened by itself. I locked the inner office, turned off every light, and crawled behind the reception desk. The woman was still breathing through the receiver. Then she said something that made my stomach turn cold. "You wrote your name on the coffee cup. He saw it when you went outside."
Earlier that night, I had written my name on a paper cup because the truck driver kept taking mine from the counter. There was no way anyone on the phone could know that. I asked who she was. After a long stretch of static, she said her name was Elena. She had been staying in room 8 in 1997. During the storm, a man had followed her from the highway. She had called the desk, and the clerk had promised to call the police. "Did he help you?" I asked. Her answer was almost too quiet to hear. He opened the door. The knocks stopped. Then the front door handle began to turn, although I had locked it. Water spread across the lobby tiles from the entrance, as if someone were standing just inside. Elena said, "Go to the basement. There is a metal box behind the boiler. It has the truth. But do not take the stairs past the laundry room." The laundry room was beside the only stairs. I waited until the water stopped moving, then ran through the back hallway with my flashlight. The building was dark and smelled of wet carpet and hot wire. The laundry room door was open. I closed it before my shift. Inside, the machines were silent. One dryer was turned. Every rotation, and thump, 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 thump. Halfway down the stairs, the dryer stopped. In the silence, a man spoke from the laundry room. "Night shift is hard to leave." I did not look back. The basement was unfinished concrete, crowded with old mattresses and broken lamps. Behind the boiler,
Exactly where Elena said, I found a rusted cash box. Inside were a motel master key, a Polaroid photograph, and a cassette tape. The photograph showed the Marlowe lobby on a rainy night. The date stamped at the bottom was November 14th, 1997. Behind the desk stood a young man in a gray work shirt. He had my face. I was born in 2000. The cassette label said Room 8, 3:17 a.m. I found an old player and pressed play. First there was rain and the buzz of a telephone. Then a frightened woman said, I left the light on. Can you see it from the road? A younger version of my own voice answered her. Yes, it said. I can see it. The tape clicked off. The basement lights came on at once. A beige phone on the wall began to ring. I had never noticed it before. Its display read 8. I knew I should run, but I answered. It was my voice. Not the voice from the tape. My voice, older and shaking. Listen carefully, it said. In 1 minute, someone will knock on the basement door. Do not open it. Whatever she says, do not open it. I asked her who she was. The line went silent. Then the basement door began to knock. A woman cried from the other side. Please, I left the light on. Can you see it from the road? For a moment, I understood. Every storm, every call, a person outside asking to be saved, and someone inside being taught to fear the voice. Elena had never asked me to let her in. The thing on the phone had. I held the master key until it cut into my palm. The knocking became desperate. Then it stopped. At 3:18, every light in the motel came back. The security camera showed the service yard as it had always been. Brick wall, broken chairs, no door. The front lot was empty. The storm was moving east. I resigned before sunrise. Mr. Bell returned 2 days later and found the cash box on his desk. He told me there had never been a basement phone. He also told me Room 8 had burned down in 1997, along with the night clerk who worked the desk. The clerk's name was Daniel Mercer. My name is Daniel Mercer too. I never went back to the Marlowe Motel. But every year, on the first hard moon in November, my phone rings at 3:17 in the morning. The caller ID is